Alright, man, so I don't know if you guys remember, but a few videos ago, I think about a week ago now actually, I made a video talking about a Minecraft YouTuber known as Technoblade and how he kind of came under some controversy and some fire over on Twitter for some old offensive joke / tweet that he made. Now, obviously, as we all know, that right there really isn't a rare occurrence when it comes to Twitter because the Twitter cancel mob and I guess the people of Twitter don't really have a concept of, I guess, going outside, opening the front door, getting some fresh air. They don't really understand what any of that really means, so they kind of spend their entire days digging through celebrities or really popular figures on the internet. They just dig through their Twitter accounts and try to find legit any old tweet that could have been made like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or any long period of time ago that I guess may have not aged well, may have told an offensive joke, may have said something that I guess may nowadays be considered offensive. And obviously, as we've seen numerous times, I think we're on like the 500th time this has happened. No matter how old the tweet is, no matter how much you apologize for the mistake you made, no matter how much you've changed as a person and I guess better yourself, the Twitter cancel mob and the people of Twitter, they're not really the most forgiving group of people. And Technoblade a few years ago, just like any teenager, made a few offensive jokes, and these offensive jokes happened to be told on his Twitter account, and this tweet was made years, and I mean years before the dude had even a fraction of the platform he does now. But that doesn't matter to the Twitter cancel mob. They're still gonna try to find any way to try to cancel the dude. So this tweet read, "Was insert very evil person here a lesbian?" Now, not only does this tweet make any sense, it is very obviously a joke because, dude, number one, I think it is painfully obvious it's a joke based off the fact that, this very evil person he's referencing, was a male, and, in order to be a lesbian, you have to be a female. So it makes legit zero sense whatsoever. People are trying to say, oh, but he's comparing lesbians to this evil guy. No, he's not. You do realize that lesbian is a sexuality, right? And he was asking, hey, is this person that cannot possibly be that sexuality, is he that sexuality? Like, dude, it's so obviously a joke. But, because it's Twitter, they ended up getting mad at this. Now, this time, surprisingly, majority of the people that found this joke, because it got dug up on the timeline again after 4 years, they were fairly supportive of Technoblade. They were saying, hey, this joke really isn't that funny. I agree. I didn't really laugh a little hoot or a holler out of that one. But they're like, you know what, man, this joke really isn't that funny. But since it was 4 years ago, and since it's really not that big of a deal, you all good, man. We ain't gonna really get on your head for this one. And that was the reaction of the majority of people. However, as we all know, because it's Twitter, we got a few brainlets in the mix trying to cancel him, saying, hey, how come people support this dude? This is lesbian phobic. How dare you? You should apologize for this. It's just a bunch of angry people mad over legit nothing whatsoever. But I mean, what's new, man? It's Twitter. So obviously, since this situation kind of blew up over Twitter and many people made videos about it, including me getting hundreds of thousands of views, Technoblade kind of saw what was going on and he kind of indirectly responded to the situation. And the way he kind of responded was just sad. It was more of an indirect response, but still, it kind of hurt to see what happened. So before I get into anything that I guess happened as a result of this whole thing, a large majority of the guys that watch my content aren't subscribed. So, if you end up enjoying the content you see today or you find this video informative, go down below, sauce your boy subscription. Also enable all notifications so you get notified every time I upload so I can hit 100K before April. But anyways, back to the video. So as I was saying, Technoblade kind of indirectly responded to the situation, and he didn't do this, I guess, in a tweet or a tweet longer or, a nice little apology video doing the good old... the good old sigh. That's not the approach he took whatsoever. Actually, as I said, man, it was way more indirect, but this, I guess, way of responding and, I guess, taking care of the situation kind of hurt the fans more than it would have if he just ignored it. And now, I'm not saying his way of responding to it was wrong, or I'm not saying he tried to hurt the fans because that wasn't his intention whatsoever, but it still kind of sucks to see. So, one of Technoblade's, I guess, more fan-favorite series is his whole Skywars series. Now, since when he made that offensive tweet, when it was okay to make offensive jokes and saying offensive jokes was the norm, he was also making content. I think we can kind of see that it was a big possibility that he said some offensive jokes within his content. And since his Skywars solo series, this placed right here, kind of dates back, years back, I think we can kind of make a prediction that a few of these older videos had some offensive jokes in them. And since nobody wants to be hit by the Twitter cancel mob, if you go to the Skywars solo playlist, I can pull it up right here. I'll show you guys some screenshots on screen as I scroll through it. A large majority of the videos in here are private. It's just like, I'm pretty sure over 100 of them are just gone. Like, they're gone forever. And if you also go to Technoblade's Social Blade, which is like, I guess, a public way to check someone's YouTube analytics, you can see that throughout the month, he's been dropping large quantities of views. So, as you can see, one day he dropped 8 million, 1 million, 2 million, 1.3 million, 8.5 million, and 6.6 million. And for those who don't know what negative views on Social Blade means, it means that the public viewing of these videos has been removed, meaning like the video's been taken down. So if I have a video with, let's say, 1 million views, views, and I removed that video and I don't get enough views for that day to, I guess, get my channel out of the view negative for that day, it's gonna show up as a negative on Social Blade, meaning that a large amount of videos are being deleted. Now, as you can see, Technoblade on a daily average gains about like 1 to 2 million views, so these 8 million view lost days could have very well been like 10, 12 million views of content just being removed. And as I told and showed you guys, on the screen right now, I'm scrolling through the playlist, a good majority of his videos from just this playlist alone are gone. Now, if you go to the other playlist, you'll see like 1 or 2 videos removed. He's been going through and deleting a lot of videos, I think, as a result of this. Now, it's not 100% confirmed that this is why. He hasn't come out and said, hey, I'm gonna be purging a lot of my old videos due to some offensive jokes I may have made in them because I want to stay out of drama and not want to offend anybody. It's just theorizing here because there's actually an archive of one of the now deleted videos in this playlist where Technoblade was making some offensive jokes, kind of similar to the one he made in that tweet that got him a lot of backlash over on Twitter. Here, I'll play the clip for you guys right now, but I'm gonna censor quite a bit because YouTube's policies are kind of wacky nowadays, so yeah, here it is.
Destroy him because he has a sword. I have magic. I am wizard. You can't take me on with a sword. What are you thinking? So I take his sword, I kill him, I go on with my life. But this was not the last I would be seeing of Harry Potter. So later that day, I'm just walking along the Hogwarts hallways. I have like 30 wands in my backpack. It is a good day to be Wizard Hitler when suddenly I see someone, and guess who it is? It's Harry Potter. He is not in a good mood right now. He has spent this entire time hunting me down, and he ain't messing around. He yells out in the chat, Expelliarmus! And my wand flies out of my hand, and he has my wand. There's nothing I can do. All is lost. When suddenly, I remember, oh right, I have like 50 wands.
So as you guys can see in that clip, it was just a bunch of really stupid jokes the guy was making, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I can understand maybe you don't like these jokes, maybe you find it a bit offensive. However, since it is the internet, and since these jokes were made a few years ago, you just gotta learn to tolerate the jokes and not start up a whole outrage over on Twitter, because I'll be real, dude, saying an offensive joke on a YouTube video or on Twitter really isn't that big of a deal, especially when it was 4 years ago and he learned from his mistakes. Because if we really think about it here, right, these people on Twitter are more mad, and I guess are more focused on canceling Technoblade and calling him out for some offensive jokes he made years ago that aren't really that big of a deal. Instead, when there's people like Minilad that for some reason still have a platform even though they broke the law on numerous occasions, doing quite possibly the most disgusting vile crime you can do, you know what, let's not call him out, dude. Let's let him just roam free. How about we instead focus on somebody that made some offensive jokes? And if we really think about it, dude, if you think about the time frame he made these jokes in, that was when it was normal on the internet to make offensive jokes. That's before Twitter evolved into a garbage platform that it is now, where, you know, there's cancellations happening 24/7, there's people starting needless outrage for legit zero reason whatsoever, dude. Like, these people think that they're helping the fans out by getting rid of these evil Technoblade tweets and making them delete these videos, but if anything, if you think about it, and I guess if you know anything about the Technoblade fandom, you would know that this series right here was loved by a lot of his fans. Like, even I kinda tuned in here and there to watch some of these videos because they were entertaining. Like, it's as simple as that. They were good videos, and now they're all gone and you can no longer watch them because some people had to get all offended, start needless outrage, and give the dude a reason to delete all the videos. Now, I'll be real, if I was in the situation he was, I would stand my ground more and not take down these videos. I'd be like, listen, dude, I made an offensive joke 4 years ago. I'm not sorry if it offended you because it's really not that big of a deal, and if you're this sensitive, you shouldn't be on the internet, which is just facts, dude. If you're this sensitive over a joke, the internet really isn't for you whatsoever. And in a way, deleting these videos kind of gives not only the cancel mob what they want, but the fans what they don't want, so it is kind of a messy situation. However, I don't really blame him for this because most people that want to stay controversy free and don't want to be canceled on Twitter every single day for a few mistakes they made years ago, I feel like they would do the same measures. I mean, it depends what's in those videos. Like, if I was saying some stuff I no longer stand by, like genuine opinions, then yeah, I would probably take down those videos if I no longer stand by. But if it's just a joke and I learned from it, then I would just keep them up. I don't know, just me. But as I said, I can see why he would be scared to have these videos up, because with such a large platform and such a big influence, you know, it kind of makes you a really big target for the Twitter cancel mob, and the Spurgs on there that like to cancel people for legit no reason whatsoever. So I guess if you want to stay drama free, deleting those videos was the best move. It's not gonna hurt him like business wise, like he still has a bunch of fans willing to watch his content. I doubt many fans were turning their back to his content and, you know, not willing to support him because of a few jokes he made years ago. It was just that, you know, vocal minority of people that started up a shitstorm, sorry. Because one thing I noticed is that it tends to be the dumbass's voice screaming louder than the smart people's voice. Like, we can didn't sit here and say, hey, it's not really a big deal that you made those jokes. It's just jokes. You guys should stop trying to cancel him over that. But the dumbasses voice, for some reason, I guess has more power than the smart people, because I just don't know. It's Twitter. I think that's kind of the answer why, because Twitter is the #1 platform where the dumbass's voice gets to scream as loud as possible, and the smart people kind of get drowned out, called racist, ableist, homophobic, lesbian phobic. And that's one more thing I don't really understand about the whole thing, dude. When people are saying, hey, it's just a joke, it's really not that big of a deal, he does not deserve to get canceled over this, it was 4 years ago, the people trying to, I guess, stand up for the idea of a joke and the idea of edgy humor, they were being called lesbian phobic, homophobic, and all of this, when it's really not the case whatsoever, because I'm somebody that defends being able to make whatever jokes you want. Yeah, those jokes may be really messed up, but hey man, we're on the internet, people are gonna be toxic, just gotta ignore it. I give that same standpoint every time I see a new cancellation like this on Twitter. Doesn't mean I'm lesbian phobic, homophobic, racist, or discriminatory against any group of people. I think all groups of people are fine, as long as you're not harming anybody, as long as you're not harming yourself, or, you know, just doing anything bad whatsoever, just minding your own business. And you know what, man, you're cool in my book, you're cool. I don't dislike you just because I stood up for making jokes about every group of people, dude. Every group of people should be allowed to be made fun of, dude. That right there is real equality. Being able to make fun of everybody equally, that's equality right there. I don't know what the Twitter cancel mob's idea of equality is, but that right there seems to be fair to me. I don't know. If you guys disagree with me, you can tell me in the comments below. Anyways, man, that's all I got for you today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down below and leave a like on it. And if you want to see more content like this, go down below, hit that subscribe button. Also, enable all notifications so you get notified every time I upload. I'm really trying to hit 100K by April or maybe June. I don't know. I'm just trying to hit it before we're halfway through the year. Just a goal of mine, because I really want to see a verified check mark by my name and a silver plaque on my wall, because that would just be cool. You know, it'd be really cool to have one of those. So if you guys want to help me reach that, then, you know, go down below. Saucy Boy subscription, enable all notifications. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. Click on the videos on screen right now to see more. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Stay safe.